You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to twitch.tv/regulargaming guys _ This, of course, is your home for regular gamers. Today is Tuesday, so that means your anime bros are back at it again with another hot, fresh review of the next 3 episodes of Vinland Saga that we are watching at this current moment in time. If you didn't know, for the last few weeks we have been watching 3 episodes at a time of Vinland Saga, coming back together on Tuesday, talking about it, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, where we think things are going, where we think what we think is going to happen, et cetera, et cetera. And these 3 episodes,
Yeah, a lot of them.
there was a lot going on. There's a lot going on. When I tell you, there was like, I feel like how you felt last week with Ganute, that's how I kind of felt this week with Ganute.
Yeah, he matured very
that nigga was feeling himself. He has been feeling himself.
Especially in episode, I think it was 20. It was 20 that I was like, yo, I kind of got chills.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's pissing me off right now. I can't remember what part it is. But yeah, there's definitely a point in time where I definitely got chills, like looking at this man, just like walking around and everything. Like,
there's one part in one of the episodes where I think it's like after they have the conversation with King Swain and everything, and he's just like sitting in the back and he's just like chilling, just drinking. I was like, oh, this nigga feeling himself. Oh, he's feeling himself.
He's talking about when they're all in the house, so they're talking to him.
Yeah, they're all partying and everything.
The first time.
Yeah. And he's just sitting there drinking his little wine. I was like, oh, look at this kid. Who would have thought? Who would have thought a couple episodes ago he's a little bitch? You know what I mean?
For real, he was not a little bitch. He was a bitch.
He was the bitch.
The biggest bitch. He was the biggest bitch.
But no, we got something. So we're going to be doing. We are discussing 19, 20, and 21. We're coming up on the final. This is like the real home stretch. I think next week. I think next week we're going to do 21, or we're going to do 22, 23, and 24, and that's the end of it, man. That's the end of this end of season 1 in preparation for season 2. This is going to be exciting. I'm super stoked for season 2. Even like just where we are right now, knowing that there's a season 2 coming, I'm excited to see where this season inevitably ends. And I gotta say, I think this was the very first time that I've watched a set of these episodes where I won't say the very first time. It's like the second or third time maybe where like since we're watching them in in threes, right? We kind of get that binge-esque feeling out of the way, and until you get to the last episode, and then it's like, damn, I kind of want to watch the next episode. Like I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next.
I wanted at the end of episode 21, I wanted to see him fight
Thorfinn.
I want to see Thorfinn.
Yeah, I wanted Thorfinn in an Escalade fight. Zeno, what's good, my guy? How you doing, big dog?
What it do?
But yeah, no, I think these episodes these are the first ones that like stand out to me where I'm like, yo, I want to watch episode 22 right now.
Oh yeah.
I want to watch episode 22 right now. And then like on top of that, like how beautiful, last week we talked about how beautiful that one episode was. I'm trying to remember the name of it, Out of the Cradle. How beautiful Out of the Cradle was, right? And how like, the whole like thing about love and everything like that. This week, right, with Bjorn in Askeladd, right? Yeah, that shit was, I was legitimately sitting on the couch like teary-eyed, bro. Yeah. Like I was teary. I was like, bro, this is so like, and like, because what we know about Askeladd as far as like his hatred of the Danes and everything, right? Like he to us it doesn't seem like he really. To me, it was weird, right? Because when you first meet him, it's like you
didn't get the full set of hatred that everyone else like. Is that what you're saying? Continue.
I was gonna say that like when you first meet him, right? You're kind of like, oh, he fucks with he loves his men, right? Like he cares about his men, right? And then when we get to know him throughout this season, he's like, nah, I don't fuck with any of them, right? Like I'm putting on a facade, right? Like I know how to do this, right? And then to get to this part right here, it's kind of like the arc, right? Like it was like a beautiful arc that that we kind of got to get back here and be like, nah, like if there was one motherfucker that I cared about, out of all those men that that we had, it was Bjorn, right?
Yeah,
it's Bjorn and Thorfinn.
He said he hates him, but at the same time, he even gave homie that turned his back on him. He gave him that little gold bracelet.
Yeah.
He gave the two brothers. He gave
the two brothers, yeah. Which I thought that was another really touching moment, right? Like I thought that was another like really beautiful moment. Which I mean,
I don't really think. I mean, so I think his intent when he first got there was kind of like Thorfinn's, like where it was pure hatred. Like that's what he was doing that for. He's like, fuck the Danes, but I have to do what I got to do to get to where I want to get.
Yeah.
And over time, he kind of it grew on him, and I feel like it might be. I don't know if it's ever going to happen with Thorfinn. That nigga really wants to kill him no matter what. Like every time I'm like, maybe he's going on him.
That was one. My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, finish.
After seeing like the end of episode 20 or 21, I believe. Yeah, the end of episode 21, I was like, oh yeah, no, he just wants him killed. He does not care about him at all. He's there for for the fight. That's the only reason why he's there.
Yeah, it's but it's kind of beautiful in a way, right? It's kind of cool, like not beautiful, but it's like kind of cool storytelling, right? Because it's like, you know, we're sitting here like, bro, like stop thinking about what you've lost and look at what you've gained. Right, you're missing out on like all the things that you've gained. Like you've lost yourself so much, and for him to have seen Leif Erikson, that was him. For him to have seen Leif and be like, "Yo, no, fuck you, bro. I got this." Like for him to be just so headstrong on that, like that one, like so narrow-minded and so focused. It's like, fuck, man.
By this point, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at this point. Even after I know even after seeing Leif, he was gonna change his ways. I think even if he saw his mom at this point, he might even like say like, "No."
Well, see, I wasn't expecting like an immediate switch, right? I was expecting some kind of like internal struggle. And maybe we're gonna get that in the next couple of episodes. But I feel like there should have been some kind of like, fuck, like yeah, I probably should go back and see my mom. My mom's not doing well. I should probably go back and see her. Like you know, this is, you know.
Is his mom not doing well?
I thought that's what Leif said. She's sick.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
And she's like reaching like the end of her days or something like that.
I didn't catch that part. Holy shit.
But yeah, no, we're talking about episode 20, 19, 20, and 21. Starting with episode 19, that is United Front. That is the episode where we finish up the fight between Thorkel and Thorfinn. Excuse me, I was gonna say Thorkel and Thorfinn, which I thought was a really good episode.
Oh, it was. I think all three of these episodes are really good. I mean, we didn't really have a lot of fights, but we had a lot of good storytelling. A lot of really good world building. Yeah, world building, a lot of good character development. So I actually enjoyed watching these three episodes. It wasn't like a slow, like set piece episode. They were set pieces, but they were good set pieces.
Well, because it kind of, I mean, it gave us answers to questions that we actually had, right? Yeah. Like, we had questions about Thor's. That we kind of got. It also kind of answered some things that I didn't really want answers to, which was like where Thor's comes from and everything like that. Like I didn't need Thorfinn and Thorkel to be uncle and nephew. I didn't need that, but it's a cool like. That's not an issue, but like I said, it's a cool, but I didn't need it, right? Like it's like okay, all right. I mean, I guess I'm saying like we could have spent this plot point on like something else. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, no, episode 19, like I said, United Front. They end up fighting. They get ready to finish their duel. They're supposed to be finishing their duel. And it's funny, like we talk about episode 18, where like, or I think it was 18 and 17 and 18, where everybody was like, yo, yeah, look at this kid. He's holding his own. Fuck yeah, this is kind of cool. So all of a sudden being like, oh, no, shit. Fuck this. We gotta fuck this kid up, bro. We gotta fucking stop this kid. This kid going crazy, bro. He's going crazy.
They also talk about some like, I thought he would have held his own longer. Bitch, he was fighting for a solid like 15 minutes.
Bro, he went longer than any of y'all could have went.
Yeah.
Any of y'all could have went, bro.
For a solid 15 minutes fighting this nigga Thorkel, bro. As a fucking like teen. It's a kid.
Yeah. I think he's like 20, right? Isn't he like 20?
Who, Thorkel?
Yeah, no, Thorfinn.
Thorfinn, by this point, he's not 20 years old.
He's not?
No shot. Look it up. He's a teen.
How old was he when it started?
When he was like, I think it
was like 9 or 10.
7, 8. Shit, no, he's in his teen. He's not 20 yet. I know it's been like at least 10 years. But he's not 20.
It's been 11 years.
11 years since then?
Yeah, Leif says it's been 11 years since the stuff with Thorfinn.
5. I think it was 5 when what's it called?
5?
I think he was 16.
Trying to go to war?
Yeah, I think it was
5 years old. Yo, they built fucking Vikings different back in the day.
They did, man.
They built people differently back in the day. 5 years old trying to go to war.
Nothing else to do. Nothing else to do, man.
That is insane, dude. That is insane.
Also, their gods were different, you know?
That is fucking insane. But yeah, so we kind of get the Thorkel explains to Thor what exactly happened to where his mom came from, who his mom is, where his mom came from, who his mom is, who his dad is, and what his dad meant to the Yoms Vikings, what he meant to the Yoms Vikings, and what he meant to everybody, what he meant to Thor, even Thorkel, right? And then it came as like a surprise to like everyone, that which we kind of knew that Thorkel was kind of, or Thor's was kind of like, his departure from the battlefield was like shocking. Like it was like it caught everybody off guard. Like everyone was like unsure about what was going on. And so, but Thor's Thorkel, excuse me, too many Thors. Thorkel then explains, he's explaining all this to Thorfinn or whatever, and then after they finish that, he explains like what happened. They go back to the fight. They start fighting, and before they start fighting, Askeladd has a conversation with Thorfinn, telling him that, yo, listen, we gotta do this the right way.
If you want to kill me, if you're gonna be the one who wants to kill me, then you have to help me help you.
Yeah, and so they kind of devise a plan to come. They kind of devise a plan to beat Thorkel, and like expose his weak point, and they find his weak spot, and Thorfinn manages to get the better of Thorkel. He falls on the ground, and then that's when everybody's like, "Yo, we got to jump this man right now because he's about to kill Thorkel." And when he does that, Thorkel loses his absolute shit, which I thought was like I thought was amazing. I thought it was really cool because it's so funny because it's just nice because I feel like we've been surrounded up to this point around like a bunch of like punk ass motherfuckers, man.
No one's saying on it. Well, I mean, you're also falling on Askeladd's group, so that's just a group full of people who don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, but we gotta know they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And like with Askeladd's group, we kind of also thought that like Askeladd's group also fucked with themselves, right? They fucked with their man, but they don't fuck with their man. They only fuck with their man when it's good. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I mean? But anyway, Thorkel loses his shit. He's like, "Yo, bro, we gotta chill out. We gotta stop this. What about my honor? You can't be doing this. Stop this fight, or I'll kill you right now."
For what it's worth, they didn't listen to him at first. It took him Ganute coming back. And Ganute was like, "Yo, stop this shit." Because fucking Ganute's bad as fuck now. He's just the baddest man on the land. I don't know what the hell happened.
All over the place.
And everyone all of a sudden respects the fuck out of him and everything. So
I'm trying to think of how do you ooze that? And how do you go from, because obviously this is like this is a show, right? Obviously it's like a TV show or whatever, but like how do you go from, do you think that would be possible for you to be able to go from being who you were before, or who Ganute was before, to all of a sudden becoming who Ganute is now?
I mean,
and people like automatically, like in real life, and people like automatically respect you.
Yeah, no, people wouldn't respect. I mean, he's also a prince.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him being a prince, if he was just like a fucking if he was just another one of Askeladd's men, then no one's respected. But the fact that he's also the prince,
so you think the title is what changed people's minds?
Title for sure. Well, the title's what helped help other people change their minds about him. But everybody else, I mean, him personally, like he kind of just snaps to it on his own. Yeah. But yeah, no. It's definitely the crown. If it wasn't for the crown, then they would have been like, "Nah, fuck you, dude. You were a bitch yesterday." Yeah. Kind of how it is.
Yeah, and another thing about this episode that I really enjoyed was when after we just talk about it. Ganute shows up. I think Ganute shows up and he starts talking to everybody. He starts breaking down his whole like plan and everything. That's when like Thorkel comes up and he's like, "Bro, I've heard people talk shit like this before, but I don't know if they're really like, but they ain't really about it, right? When push comes to shove." And then he acted like he's about to like fucking take his ass out, and he just stood there and I was like, "Bro, this is like some fucking Thor and Captain Marvel shit, bro, from Endgame." Like that shit was so fucking cool. I was like, "Yo, let's fucking go!" Like my man Ganute is just out here, dog. He is out here. He's ready, bro.
His switch flipped.
Yeah.
Even when you can even tell when he had that monologue when they get back to town, and he's looking at the church, and he's like, "Dude, I'm gonna make a paradise here." And when I go to God, I'm like, "Yo, fuck you." Pretty much what he's gonna say to him. He's like, "Yo, it's a giant fuck you. I built a paradise here on Earth, dude. Fuck your paradise."
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool ass moment too. That's an episode. That's not the next episode.
Yeah, no, episode 20. So we could go straight to episode 20. Episode 20, they an episode at the end of episode 19, Ganute says that they're gonna go back and meet up with his father up in Gainsborough. He tells Thorkel, he tells everybody pretty much that his father wants him dead, and so everybody that's in their group is like, yo, they know now that Swain wants him dead, and they're trying to give the crown up to the elder son instead of giving it up to Canute. And so the plan is to get there, call him out on his bullshit, take the crown for themselves, and then start building that paradise that he was talking about and everything. So they give out the plan. Episode 20 is titled "The Crown," aptly titled because in this episode that's when the King Swain gives that speech about the only thing, the nice little monologue about the only thing that matters in this world is the crown, right? The only thing that the only person that makes the decisions is the crown.
Is the crown, and the crown has its own mind, pretty much, has a mind of its own.
His monologue was so intense that for a very split second, this show has been 100% grounded in like anime reality, right? But there was a split second where I was like, are they about to pull some fucking Mijaru? What's her name? Miranjo. They're about to pull some fucking Miranjo shit, and this fucking crown ends up being like fucking possessed and has been talking to him the entire time. Like there was a part of me that was kind of thinking that. I was like, I don't know about all that. But
no, it's not actually. I mean, he said it is pretty much low key. There's not an actual demon.
It's not an actual demon inside of it, yeah. But he kind of said that
it has a fucking will of its own. That shit's crazy. That was a good ass monologue as well.
Yeah,
and that whole moment when they just walk in they went in there with the intent to kill him, and they kind of just walked in there, but he kind of already knew that was going down, so he kind of had men already waiting for Ganute and Askeladd and Thorfinn. And I don't understand how Thorfinn was able to see 20 men hiding.
Because it's Thorfinn, bro. He can fucking see anything.
Like, dude, do a better job of hiding.
I don't know if it's necessarily. Maybe it's not him seeing him. Maybe it's him like he can sniff him out.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, probably has a better nose.
He probably has a better nose than everybody else.
Better nose. That's fair. We smell like 20 dudes.
Well, I mean, if you think about where he's been as far as like how they built him up over those last like 11 years or whatever, he's been like their intel guy, right? He's been their scout guy to go in and to, pick out where people are, who's doing what.
That's fair.
And Morty Too Fresh, is that Aiden? Aiden, what up, Bubba? Oh. But no, yeah, you pick out people that are in the crowd that are out there or whatever, and being able to snipe and scope and spectate, who's who. So
that's fair.
He probably has better eyes. He
has been recon for a while. That's true. That is true. So, but what do they go after that? After that, that's when you see him talking with fucking Thorkel, or not Thorkel, but Askeladd and the fucking
about what the plan is, like how they're gonna go about killing him or whatever.
That was your favorite part when he was sitting up drinking the fucking goddamn wine or drinking the alcohol.
Oh yeah, when he was sitting there sipping the wine, bro, and he was in like his full on Prince attire, bro. He was feeling himself. He was really feeling himself, and I was like, yo, like this. I like this dude. Ganute slowly becoming one of my favorite characters.
No, actually, I fuck with Ganute heavy now. I'm not gonna lie.
And then like, not even just that, but like, let's take it back a couple of seconds, right? Let's talk about that scene in the throne room, right? Where like he's calling his dad out on his BS, and he's like, "Yo, so was it the crown that told you to kill me?
You kill me?
Was it the crown that told you to try to kill me?
No bullshit."
And then Askeladd was like, "Yo, you gotta chill."
Yeah, also, for real, and then Askeladd got pissed off while they were in there too, though.
Oh, look, yeah.
I thought that scene, and see, it's moments like that, because, when you saw that scene, you saw him angry as fuck.
Like, what up,
you can see, like, the steam coming from him. I was like, can everyone else see that? Or is that just, like, for dramatized effect? Like, like in fucking Demon Slayer, how the fucking actual...
Oh, and you talking about when Thorkel, like, was breathing out his nose?
No. I'm talking about when Askeladd was on the ground after being called, like, a slave, like, because the king kind of came for his mom.
Oh, yeah.
Thorfinn was looking at him. He's like, I've never seen Askeladd this angry before.
Yeah.
Like, can everyone else see that like fucking steam, or is that just like for show?
That's probably just for show.
Yeah, I was assuming so.
It'd be
I was
like
ready for him to like evolve into like a Super Saiyan or some shit, dude. He was pissed. I was ready for him to evolve.
Think how much he hates the Danes, right? How much.
That's true. That is true.
He really does not like the Danes, bro. He's really trying to get them all out, which is crazy because he's trying to put a Dane in power. But it is what it is. We'll just let it go.
I mean, he got to do what he's gonna do, bro.
Let it go. Let it go. So now, right? Let's talk about. We talked about that. So we have that episode. then after that episode, or during that episode, they go back to the house to have the little, welcome party, right? To chill out, hang out, and vibe and everything. And while they're vibing, they start having the conversation about, well, how are we going to kill Swain? Like, what's the actual plan to kill Swain? And they talk about. They don't really reveal any kind of. They don't really reveal any kind of plan.
They don't say how they're going to kill him, but they're just saying
that they kind of have to wait for the right time. They've got to wait for the right moment, because obviously, because of what happened in the throne room, because spoiler alert, obviously the king was prepared, right? The king was well, obviously no spoiler, but the king was prepared for what was going on, what was going to go down, and so they start talking about like Ascot was in his bag these 3 episodes.
Oh, he was.
Ascot was 100% in his bag these 3 episodes.
He's making all types of moves, man.
Yeah, he was throwing people all over the place, bro. He was putting all the pieces up, all the pieces together, which is why I'm interested, kind of just to skip to the end of episode 21, how you're getting ready to have the duel between Askeladd and Thorfinn. You're getting ready to have the duel between Askeladd and Thorfinn. My question is part of his plan. Is his plan going to end with... Because I don't think he's strong enough to take Thorfinn right now.
You don't think he's going to take Thorfinn right now?
No. I don't think Askeladd's strong enough to take... Because of the injury with his leg, he just finished fighting... even though it wasn't like a long fight, he just finished fighting Bjorn.
Yeah.
Thorfinn's kind of like...
We say this, but Askeladd's going to find a way to get out of it, I think. As he always does. Yeah,
there's
no way he gets killed right here. I don't think
they put the little nugget in there to say like, with Ganute, and he was like, what'd he say? I can call it off. I can call this off whenever I say it's over, and they call it off.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, exactly. And then you also have, I don't know, but at the same time, I see where you're saying he could die for sure, because they don't have a problem with killing people off in the show pretty fast.
No, yeah.
Without warning. Like, there's no foreshadowing to someone's death. Outside of, like, maybe, what's his name?
Thor's.
No, not Thor's too. Thor's, and then Ganute's...
Ragnar?
And buddy. Ragnar. He was about to die when fucking... Askeladd and Bjorn were talking about it like separately, and they brought him out and everything like that. That was the only time I ever seen someone foreshadow their death. Outside that, people have kind of just been dropping like, I didn't even think Bjorn was gonna be dead. And then like they had the conversation with fucking Askeladd was talking to Thorfinn, or was he talking to Thorfinn? He was talking to somebody.
He's talking to the brothers.
Oh, the brothers stabbed exactly.
him.
Yeah, and he was. I didn't think that fucking. I thought Bjorn was gonna recover from that. And they're like, no, dude, he's in his final days, bro. He's about to be dead.
Yeah, I didn't. And that was part of the other reason why I kind of got like choked up watching this last episode, is because like I'm sitting there watching it, and well, not Thor's, but Askeladd says, I got one more appointment or whatever, and after this it's just you and Thorfinn that's left, and it's like, damn, like no, like really, like this is it. Like he has not Thorfinn, but Askeladd has sacrificed everything for this one mission, this one goal, and will it be worth it at the end of the day? Who knows? We're gonna have to wait and find out, wait and see.
I know. Next time on
Dragon Ball Vinland Saga. But no,
episode 20. Okay, sorry.
21. Yeah, go ahead. We're on episode 21.
Yeah. What's it called? Yeah, you can also see, and this is where you see more fucking Askeladd's vision planning and everything like that. Because I definitely thought at the beginning of the episode, because you walk in with them traveling to York, because that's where the king wants to go, and they're talking about like expanding the empire in New York and everything like that, or starting the empire in York. And you see all the royal people are like throwing in, and Askeladd's talking to Ganute about like what's about to happen and everything like that, and the plan, or not really the plan. He kind of just springs the plan on them. Yeah. But he tells them that pretty much what the king wants to do now is split up Thorkel and Ganute themselves, so he doesn't want them working together. But of course, Askeladd has a plan for that as well. Yeah. And he attempts to assassinate, quote unquote, assassinate the
He stages an assassination.
He staged an assassination with someone else, and I definitely thought that like the prince got shot. I
thought so too.
I thought he was gonna get saved. I thought he was gonna get saved for sure. I for sure thought he was shot. They did a great job making me think he was shot.
Yeah.
But it turns out it was a whole body double. This time with a woman.
Fucking Padme. It was a Padme Amidala situation.
Yeah, and they couldn't find a man slave, so they used a woman slave that looked pretty close to him.
Yeah.
And it fooled everybody. And this is also when you finally see Leaf get to reconnect with. This is what me and Mike were talking about earlier. Leaf talking to Askeladd or Thorfinn, and you see that moment where Thorfinn was like, you can see the fucking determination in this man. Like, no,
the anger in his eyes. You can see the anger.
By this point, I thought by the like we said earlier, we thought like over time he would have eventually like calmed the fuck down. Yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna calm the fuck down about this until Askeladd's dead. I really don't.
I think that's kind of gonna. I think that's gonna kind of be the point of this show.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Thorfinn learning about what it means to be an actual, like what it means to be a warrior.
True warrior. Of course,
yeah, a true warrior.
That's everyone's fucking goddamn talking point in this show. They want to be a warrior.
Because like, you know, obviously, you know, we have the beginning of the season with his dad telling him that, you know, not everybody is your enemy and not everybody is a bad person, you know. And then you've got Thorkel talking about, like, even during their fight, there was like, you know, he says at the end of the fight, you know, my one regret in my life is not leaving with Thor's to go, see
what it means to be a true warrior.
To see what it means to be a true warrior, right? And
I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy, because they still haven't really said what a true warrior is. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy when they finally explain to me what a true warrior, because they're gonna explain it at some point in time.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna be like the end of that last episode of the series. You're gonna be like, and this is the true warrior. I feel like I'm really gonna appreciate it.
I think it's gonna be something similar to what their definition of love is.
Yeah.
Right. And I think their definition of what a true warrior is somebody who's willing to fight for the cause that they believe in, regardless of who they're fighting against. If that makes sense.
And that makes perfect sense.
You know, and I don't know. I think we're gonna eventually see that, right? It's gonna be like, well, what, like, and what Thorfinn's question that he's gonna have to answer for himself is, well, what do I care about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do I care? Like, what do I care about in this life actually? Like, am I just a killing machine, or am I more than a killing machine? And if I'm more than a killing machine, then what is it? You know, what does that mean? What does that look like?
What is it? Yeah. But yeah, then so you see Thorfinn pretty much tell Leif Erikson pretty much to fuck off, low-key.
High-key, low-key.
Yeah, high-key. He does kind of scream at him and everything like that. But then you see them getting ready to fight, because Thorfinn was like, oh, we can throw hands right now, dude. And he wants to fight Askeladd at this exact moment, even though Thorfinn currently only has one hand to actually work with.
To do anything with.
But he's like, no, dude, we can run the fade right fucking now.
Bro, we can just right now. Don't even ask me.
He challenges him, and as they're sitting there, Bjorn kind of walks up, and Bjorn's like, this scene that Mike was talking about, this beautiful moment between Bjorn and fucking Askeladd. They have kind of a fight, a send-off. And when this happened, at first I was like, I didn't think he was gonna die like that, but I was like, oh yeah, in order for them to get to like go out and go to
Valhalla, in order for them to go to Valhalla,
in order to go Valhalla, die like fucking fighting somebody.
You got to.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then Bjorn decides to, or not really decides, it's kind of an agreement. I guess that was foreshadowing that they were gonna fight at that point. Then
that caught me off guard.
I thought he was gonna die overnight. That's what
I thought he was too.
Like after like the flame went out and everything like that, I was like, okay, Bjorn's dying in his sleep tonight.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was gonna get up to a fight because
there was that moment where he walks out and he's like, what does he say? He says, all right, well then I'll see you tomorrow. And I thought that, and I guess you can kind of like tell that, because what I was expecting, right, was when he was like, all right, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. He steps out and he walks, or Askeladd leaves, and then the camera goes to the candle, right? And I figured the candle was supposed to signify Bjorn's life. Yes. And I thought that the candle was going to get blown out, and it just kind of like wavered. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I guess I was just, overthinking. Yep. Maybe my brain is just overthinking things. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing.
That's the same thought process I went on with it. But then it all made sense when Bjorn walked up and was like, oh, okay. Yeah. But man, you see that beautiful moment where Bjorn
so beautiful, bro. It was so...
You see Bjorn talking to Askeladd about how pretty much out of all the people there, like he thought that him and Askeladd were like friends, or he just wanted to really be his friend.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like self monologue. He's not saying any of this out loud until he actually like starts to fight with Askeladd, and Askeladd ends up, stabbing him in the chest because fucking Bjorn's on his last leg, so it didn't take much to take him out at this point. Yeah. And he stabbed him, but he misses him. He meant to aim for his heart, but he fucking misses. And you see Askeladd low-key feeling bad. He's like, dude, I meant to aim for the heart, man.
He felt like shit.
He felt really bad. And then you see fucking Bjorn like, dude, I just wanted to be your friend. That's all I wanted this whole time.
It was beautiful, bro,
friend.
and he was crying, dog. I'm about to cry right now thinking about it, bro. It was so beautiful. He just, because, you know, Bjorn this whole time has been just this big-ass fucking brute, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's just been this big brute dude that just punches the shit, fucking eats his mushrooms, and then just starts wailing on motherfuckers, just beating the hell out of them. And it's just like, for him to like fall and then to be crying and like not crying because he's scared to die, but crying because like he wants to get these last words out to his friend.
Yeah.
He wants to tell him how he feels he wants to tell his friend how bro, it was so beautiful, man. God, it was so beautiful.
Askley ends up telling him that he was his only friend of that
entire group.
Man.
Yes, and then he confirms it!
And then he fucking
that shit was so beautiful,
and then Bjorn's like, all right, now you can kill me. Now go ahead and kill me, dude. Bjorn just wanted to hear him call him his friend. That's all he wanted to hear.
Yes.
And then you see the episode pretty much ending with fucking Thorfinn not even giving him a second for really like fucking
process.
Not rekindle,
and,
but,
see,
like,
and that's what kind of like my problem with Thorfinn, right? It's like, bro, like you just lost somebody else. You also lost a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you may not care about him like that, but like,
no, at this point, after that, I kind of realized that, like, and that's why I said that Thorfinn's really only, dude, he is only there to kill. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody else, bro. Yeah. He doesn't care about anybody or anything else. He only wants to kill this man. For what it's worth, he's stuck by his word the entire time. Because I know there were several times on this entire series so far where I expected him to like maybe break that off at least one point in time. Because I mean, you see his emotions waver, especially during the beginning when he like that the village that he intercepts with like the town with like the old woman that kind of saves him and everything like that. Yeah, but I guess at that point when I think about it, that kind of like might have shut off all emotions he had at that point.
That might have been the switch. That
might have been the end of his fucking emotions.
The Ganute switch. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so pretty much now I'm fucking very excited to see how this next episode goes because he's supposed to be fighting Askeladd right now. So,
do you think it's gonna be a one and done episode, or do you think it's gonna be a two-parter?
Scale multiple episodes. Probably one and done. It's at the very beginning, so probably one and done.
Do you think that Ganute's gonna step in and stop?
Oh, probably. Because again, I think Askeladd finds a way to win still. Because I think they still have to run through his plan. Without Askeladd, this plan doesn't work. And at this point, I think Askeladd gets saved through.
Not really, because Askeladd has his plan is already set in motion. Because remember, his plan was to get the town. Like the king right now has to say something good to the prince.
Oh yeah,
because
sure,
of
but
like
it's not,
you know the assassination.
He still has stuff he wants to do though. I don't think they kill him off just yet. I don't think they can. He still has plot armor, in my opinion. So I don't think he dies his next episode. I don't think he dies just the rest of season 1 because he low-key has plot armor at this moment.
You don't think we get some kind of Attack on Titan type shit? You don't think we get some like Attack on Titan?
No, actually, no, God no.
You don't think so?
Because I think what's gonna happen is what's it called? Ganute's gonna step in, if anything. He has plot armor and he has Ganute's fucking ability to step at any point in time. There's no way he dies this episode. I don't think it's possible.
About how young the fucking priest looks.
Yeah, dude, he's 23. He's 23.
Bro, I lost my shit when he said that, bro. I was like, no fucking way.
He's also balding in the center of his head. Yes. Like that too.
Well, I think that's part of like the priest. I think that's part of the priest haircut. So you actually have to cut your hair like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anything about priesthood, but that's what I imagine it's like.
Maybe because he wears like little. No, that's Jewish people.
That's Jewish. That's Judaism.
Is it called a yarmulke?
It is called a yarmulke. It is called a yarmulke. It is in fact called a yarmulke. A little culture, just a little bit.
But yeah, so overall, I have to give these episodes 2 thumbs up because again, there was a lot of fighting, but there's a lot of good set pieces that actually answered questions this time.
Yeah,
it wasn't something that we had a lot of questions answered.
Well, it was that. Go ahead.
But we had a lot of questions answered. We had a lot of nice emotional moments.
Yeah,
the entire thing. We got to see Ganute's fucking resolve because he's that nigga now apparently.
Yeah.
And then the touching moment with Askeladd pretty much saying goodbye to the rest of his men. So yeah, I think this episode, these last 3 episodes, 2 thumbs up. I would probably say not better than I think it was 13, 14, 15. I'd probably put them as of right now. This might be the second best set. Below 13, 14, 15. Yeah, below 13, 14, 15 right now. I enjoyed them a lot. A lot of good pieces.
Let me go. Only problem is 18. 13, 14. 16, you said 13, 14, and 15.
That's one with the 3 fights. I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
No, you're thinking of.
What am I thinking of? 9, 10.
Wait, which
or
fights are
10,
you talking
11,
about?
12.
Which fights are you talking about?
It's with, I think the first fight's with Thorkel, or anything like that. What's 13, 14, 15? I can just see.
Across America, whole country, Krillage,
Oh, it might be 9, 10. It might actually be 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, I think it's even earlier than that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 10, 11, yeah, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Wait, 10, 11, 12.
It might even be earlier than 10, 11, 12. It might be 6 or 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it's not that one because 11 is the gamble. 11 is the gamble. That's when Thorkel captures Ganute and everybody. So yeah, I think it's before that.
Okay. So it was probably 7, 8, 9 then. Whatever ones had three fights back to back on them. Those are really good episodes. I like a lot of good fighting.
English
so
attack,
far, my favorite episode,
my
favorite episode overall right now is definitely still episode 18. That was very good.
Episode 18 is just like
that was fucking a beautiful episode.
Yeah, episode 18 was just the best. Like that was one of the best episodes. Like, that was one of the most standout episodes. There's that one. There's the gamble where Askeladd's like plan for trying to capture the prince. You know, they have that fight with Thorkel in the woods, and then he shows up and they grab him or whatever. Then you have obviously the troll. The troll episode's really good.
Of course.
And then I also really liked the episode with Thorfinn and the old lady.
Yeah, it's a good episode too.
I like that episode a lot.
It's a good episode.
Yeah.
Because you also get to see Thorfinn being that nigga for the first time, low-key.
Yeah.
He takes out the two guards.
Yeah.
He whoops their ass.
Yeah, it was
Yo, can we talk about, speaking of whooping ass, he beat the fuck out of that goddamn barrel.
Oh yeah, bro. I wanted to bring that up earlier, bro. He beat the fuck. He beat with a broken arm, bro.
With a broken arm. Dude.
Can we talk about how fucking nasty that was when he put his arm up and his arm fell? I was like, bro, you fucking, that's disgusting.
No adrenaline at all. Like, there's no way that his body is healthy. It can't be.
No,
he's broken too many bones.
Yeah, he's too dead set on me, bro. He's too set.
But he's
like fucking. But he just 2 weeks later, he's fine.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's
I am very excited for episodes 22, 23, and 24.
Yeah,
it's gonna actually wrap everything up. It'll answer a lot of questions that we have right now.
Yeah.
Probably leave us with more because there's a season 2. But as of right now, it looks like it's gonna wrap everything up. It looks like it's gonna wrap everything up so far in a nice little bow. So.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's the wildest thing you think is gonna happen. Oh, hold on. So 2 questions, right? 2 questions.
Yeah.
First question is, what's the wildest thing that you think is gonna happen? What do you actually think is gonna happen? I guess technically would be 3. And so what's the wildest thing that's gonna happen? What do you think is actually gonna happen? And then the last is there anything that could happen that would make you not want to watch season 2?
To answer your question 3, no. As of right now, I'm gonna be watching season 2. There's nothing. The Thorfinn died. That's the only way I haven't watched season 2. So like that, at that point, the whole show is fucking kind of like, I was like, that's done at this point.
Yeah.
Anything? What do I think happens? Like I said, Ganute pretty much stops the fight between Ashblade and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then I think the king. There's no way if there's gonna be a season 2. I think the king finds a way to still fuck up Ashblade's plan. And that's one other reason why I think Ashblade's gonna stay around. Because like they're gonna make the king somehow fuck up the plan that Ashblade already has in motion. You know, he's gonna find a way.
Well, see, I feel like the king, but I mean, as being the omniscient viewer, right? I feel like the king doesn't have a plan.
They don't know me, but I know them. You don't think he has a plan?
I don't think he's got a plan.
Yeah. Have you seen how he talks? Ashblade even said that about it. Ashblade, he's a smart man.
But they make a point.
Ashblade has high praise for him.
They make a point to say that.
He's tired?
Not tired. They make a point. Well, they do say that, but they also make a point to say that the king says we've been outsmarted, haven't we, Floki?
Oh yeah. That doesn't mean that like the king doesn't have not going to come back with a plan though. He's probably currently still thinking of plans himself.
I don't know. I think wildest thing that I think could happen is Askeladd dies. What I think's actually going to happen is similar to what you said. I think they're going to. Yeah, Ganute's gonna save him. I think he's gonna be like really, really close, but I think Ganute's gonna save him.
Whole time, Askeladd's about to get his ass whooped. Thorfinn's about to get his ass whooped again.
Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be wild. And then I think after that they go back to the king. I think the king doesn't have. I think the king has a plan, but whatever he has planned, he's not going to be able to stop them. And I think they're going to kill him. Mm-hmm. And I think season 2 is going to be the beginning of Ganute building up.
That's fair.
Then no, I don't think anything. There isn't really anything that could happen that would make me stop watching.
Like outside Thorfinn dying, but even then, I'd still consider it.
Yeah, I mean anything is fair game after Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
like I'm like a dead ass. Like
No, I feel that.
I've told the story 1,000 times already, but like Attack on Titan. Spoiler alert for Attack on Titan. Eren dies at the beginning, middle of season 1, right?
Quote unquote.
Supposedly dies in the middle of season 1, but comes back as a fucking Titan. And so, I remember seeing that episode and being like, yo, I am. And this is after Mitchell, that fucking crazy ass training montage where I was everybody about to be raw. Everybody about to be raw.
Dude, you were hyping that shit up to me for the longest time. Like, bro, this show is fucking like that. And then there's a turn here that you don't know at all.
Yeah.
It's the last thing you're gonna fucking expect. You kept telling me that before I watched it, and I fucking finally watched it, and I was like, they killed him off.
And it's so sad that it's ending the way it's ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so sad that it is ending the way it is ending.
We don't have to talk about it.
There's one thing we do need to discuss. This deal with Bleach and the 1,000-Year War. Apparently, Disney Plus has the streaming rights to Bleach now.
I saw that. I briefly saw that on the Anime News Network thing you're talking about.
Yeah. Apparently, there's some. I don't know what the exact details are as far as like if they're holding it up or what's going on with it, but they
better not fuck nothing up. They better just be normal. Release that bitch like normal.
Let it go. But they stopped Crunchyroll from having it, which I think is wild.
It's childish
and insane because Crunchyroll is like the spot for
anime.
Yeah. And I don't see Disney doesn't have any anime properties.
I'm not gonna hop up there and be like, oh, I'm gonna go on Disney to watch a good anime. Fuck no.
No, I barely do it with Netflix now. I need to finish.
That's what I'm saying.
Ragnarok.
Yeah. Another one. Fuck. Did I save it? There's another anime that I saw that's on anime, or it's like a Chinese-based anime. I was gonna start. I think I saved it. I don't know if I did, but I saw it on TikTok and it looked pretty good. Okay. It looked like an off-brand Sasuke motherfucker because he had like a black Chidori.
Oh, you gotta show me. You gotta send that to me.
Yeah. So. A Chinese-based anime. But
episodes 19, 20, and 21. All really good episodes. Got 2 thumbs up from the boys. So far, Mitch, where are you at with the whole season?
I would recommend Vinland Saga to anybody at this point. It does, like fucking, like Zeno said earlier, it is a slow burn. It does start off very fucking slow, but once it gets picking up, it gets picked up.
Yeah, once it gets going, it kind of it blows through.
And if you have a chance to binge it all, like if I had to watch this week by week, I'd probably fall out of it.
Because there's a couple episodes in like that middle part where it's like, where I'm like, this shit's kind of. I don't know if I can. I
don't really give a fuck about it. But the fact is, you can binge it all right now. I would say watch the entire thing. Watch the entire 24 episodes, and you'll probably really like the show. I don't know if I would give this to someone for their first. Recommend this for someone for their first anime. Yeah. But anybody who watches anime regularly, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah. I want more fights from season 2.
Yeah, I do need a little bit more action. I would like that. I mean, that would be more ideal. I need more fast pace. I need to see fucking Thorfinn working people like he worked that barrel. That's what I need to see.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's all I want to see, bro. That's all I want to see. Because he beat shit.
I love it when it's such like not a masterclass, but it's such a like a thing in anime where like. It's funny because it's one of those things where it's like if you see like a bad animation style, it's bad animation style, but every so often they purposefully draw animation styles bad because it emphasizes a point.
Oh yeah.
And like I'll always think about like Goku fighting Jiren when he first gets the Omen sign or whatever, and his arms are kind of like they're like flailing and they're not really drawn out. Like it looks like bad, but it's like it. No,
He's
it
going
doesn't.
that
It's
fast,
not bad.
bro.
He's just going that
He's
fast.
going that fast, bro.
It's the same thing here with Thorfinn, bro.
Bitch.
Like the way, like when I think about his body, I think about like a triangle, and they just like fucking were rotating the triangle around. It didn't look great, but it's like no. The reason that's the point. It's supposed to not look great because you can't fucking tell where that nigga going. You can't tell where he's gonna be next. But no, it was exciting. Shit was dope. I'm excited for season 2. I do want some more fights. I do want more. And if we're gonna get slow episodes, I need more, which I think we are, right? I think that's the point that we're gonna start getting to with this show. Is I think next season's gonna be. That's why I think next season's gonna be very chess. It's gonna be very Code Geass, Death Note.
Yep.
Me trying to one you up, you trying to one me up type shit. And I think it's not gonna be. That's why I think they're gonna kill the king, and then it's gonna be brother against brother. And that's who we're trying to like, because we haven't seen anything. There's a reason why we haven't seen his brother.
That's fair.
And there's a reason that everybody keeps saying his brother is like that.
I can agree to that.
So
what is it? Yeah, man. I don't know. I hope season 2 is really good. So I hate when animes have like fall offs, because prime example, talking about like chess piece. I love a good chess piece anime. I love them. They're very good. Code Geass is very good throughout almost its entirety. Yeah. And I've watched it like through multiple times because it's so fucking good.
Rest in peace.
I don't. Lelouch.
Not Lelouch. Shirley. Rest in peace, Shirley.
Oh yeah. It's disappointing. I mean, Lelouch died too, but what's it called?
I wasn't sad when Lelouch died.
Fair enough. But yeah, an example of what I'm talking about where I don't like watching animes over and over again is Death Note. So I fucking love the first half of Death Note. I love
the back half of Death Note. I
love the first half of Death Note. And it's kind of like the same thing. In back half, even when it's not a chess piece, the back half really still fucking matters. I.e., Sword Art. No one gives a fuck about the fairy art. Like the fairy tale.
The back half of Sword Art's not bad.
It's not bad. But it's not anywhere as good as the first piece. And I think the problem is...
Okay, hold on. Well, so when you say back half and front half, are we talking season 1? We're talking about season 1, and we're talking about SAO up to Alfheim.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, Alfheim's bad. That's what we're talking about. Alfheim is bad.
Alfheim is bad in comparison. It's still good. Like, I'll go back and watch it. But in comparison, I don't like it. So it's the same thing with fucking Death Note. Fucking L versus Light is a fantastic fucking arc.
Yeah.
Light versus fucking Nier and other dude fucking blows. Rolo fucking blows. I don't care about it. I don't care for it at all.
Yeah.
I don't care for it at all. So.
And it's mostly Light's fault.
Yeah.
It's mostly Light's fault.
He gets very fucking.
He's very vain.
He's cocky.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cocky. Now, granted, if you actually look back at it, it does make sense, because I think at that point he had been killing people off for like years.
A couple years, yeah. But I think it had been like 2 years after he beats Light or L. Yeah. It
was 2 years of him pretty much ruling the world. So, I mean, he would get a little vain at that point if you're ruling the entire world.
Yeah.
So it's understandable, but I still just don't like it.
Damn. Talk about wasting taxpayer money. They were still looking for that motherfucking Kira for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Talk about wasting the taxpayer money, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about wasting my money.
Dude, having to put up the stock for 2 years is crazy.
Yeah. That's just insane. But yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. We'll be back watching episode 22, 23, 24. Finale. This is it. This is it, the grand finale, baby. Last 3 episodes, we've been waiting for this moment all my life. Been waiting for forever.
We've been doing this for a brick.
Yeah,
every Tuesday, only 3 episodes. About 2 months of content.
I've been enjoying this style though. I like this. Well, I like this setup.
I like how we're doing it.
Yeah, I like this setup.
And then, like, looking back at it now, when we try to do 6 episodes, I think it's gonna be difficult.
I think if we do it again, we do 3 episodes. We do 3 episodes a week.
We might have to do 3.
Yeah, we just keep, because I think 3 is a good control.
Yeah, you can fucking still chop each episode.
There you go. Can't talk.
And properly fucking assess each episode.
Yeah.
Versus if you had like 6 to do in like an hour and a half, or we normally only go for about like an hour. We go 30 minutes top normally doing these. So
yeah.
Trying to do that 6 episodes in 30 minutes, we wouldn't really get a good feel of all the episodes.
Yeah.
It'd be very briefly ran through. Yeah.
Mitch, before we finish up, what have you been watching, bro?
Only Overlord.
Only Overlord.
About to be done with season 3. I watched, like I said earlier, I watched the beginning of the TMNT movie actually yesterday.
Yeah.
I started it. Got like 30 minutes in, and then I turned on New Girl because I was tired. It was pretty. It looks pretty interesting. I mean, they lost their power, so like I'm kind of like disappointed in that. I know they're gonna get them back.
I know it's worth it. It's worth it. No, it's worth it. It's still worth it.
But I'm definitely gonna go back and finish it. Like I said, I got about 30 minutes into that. And then Overlord. I think the fucking going back to the TMNT thing. I think the whole giving Leonardo the whole goofy ass, or not goofy ass, but like the
cocky leader. Yeah.
Yeah, the cocky laxative leader. I don't like that one. I don't like that Leo.
Really, I actually thought it was really so.
Like my favorite TMNT movie of all time is the one where they're fighting the 4 ancient beings.
Oh, that was the CGI one that we got bootlegged, and then I remember it was a really bad bootleg too.
It was so bad.
It was somebody actually recording the movie.
Yes.
It was a really bad bootleg.
I really enjoyed that fucking movie though. I really like that. I really do like that movie, and that's the version of Leo that I really like. I like Leader Leo.
See, I like this one. So you were talking about like favorite TMNT character before, and I think. When I was younger, I think Leo probably was my favorite, just because he had the 2 swords.
Of course.
But as I've gotten older,
Raph is your favorite.
I've grown to like Raph more. I've always felt like I just feel like Raph is kind of like the not the redhead stepchild or the black sheep of the family, but like he's definitely the most like he cares the most, but he's also like the most hard-headed.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And so and I've always thought that he could be a better leader than Leonardo. Yeah.
Probably.
Because Leonardo was so Captain America, Superman, we gotta do what suck it off Master Splinter and everything. Like, we gotta do what Splinter says, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, right? And I just didn't like it. But watching the rise of the TMNT was really cool.
As a leader, I guess, if you're like just sucking off your master the entire time, you're not really being a leader, you're just going off what he says. So
exactly.
That makes sense. But yeah, so I watched the beginning of that. I'm probably gonna finish that tonight. And then Overlord, like I said, I'm on season 3, halfway through season 3, and I've been enjoying it.
Okay.
Just not rinse and repeat like fucking the last anime out. What came with the last anime I watched? It's not rinse. Rising Shield Hero. It's not rinse and repeat. It really is just another OP ass fucking isekai kind of. Well, not really isekai, not isekai, because he doesn't really die. He gets trapped in the game. Yeah. There's another OP ass main character kind of thing where
there's that weird transition period between isekais and video game trapping.
He's just raw as a bitch. He's that dude, plain and simple. And I'm very excited to see how the rest of the season plays out. I do kind of hate that I kind of already seen. I'm starting to get to the point in my life where I kind of don't like the fact that I know it, because I've never had a problem with like being spoiled on the anime. Cause like I'll still go and watch the fight. But, like, it doesn't really bring up as much emotion for me as it does. So, for example, when I watched Demon Slayer, when I watched the fight with fucking
Rui.
No, not Rui. Tengen and fucking the Upper Six. That was my first time I ever seen it. I never saw anything on TikTok beforehand, nothing like that, dude.
Yeah.
I was literally just watching that for the first time, and I don't think I've been that hyped for an anime outside of like fucking like us going to watch movies together. I haven't been that hyped in a brick, so I think I'm starting to like appreciate that feeling more. So I'm kind of like getting upset when like I get an action scene ruined for me, because I know when I watch My Hero, I already saw the scene where Deku starts like going crazy, and one is like One for All, like almost 100%. Not 100%.
You talking about like the actual series My Hero? Or are you talking about movie My Hero?
I'm talking about the movie. I'm talking about the third movie.
The latest movie. Okay.
The scene where he's like fucking punching the shit out of the dude, and like that. I kind of already saw that scene, so I still got hyped when it came up. Like, he's working. I didn't get as hyped.
So over on our TikTok right now, you can go to tiktok.com/@regulargamingguys. Mitch put up a full review of the My Hero Academia World's Mission movie. That's the third My Hero Academia movie, and I promise we're gonna wrap up Anime Bros here in a second, because we're gonna we only go until 9. But so I mean the fuck.
TikTok.
It's there. He made a TikTok. I don't know if I give it an 8.
What are you giving it?
I think I'm going lower.
What exactly?
I think I'm going 6, to be honest with you.
6?
Yeah. I think the problem is that animation's cool, characters are cool. The plot is standard movie plot, right? Like but I feel like the reason why I give it 6 is too cookie cutter. It's way too cookie cutter. I'm telling you, after seeing
that's absolutely fair. That's
after seeing
that was my. Go ahead. Let's go first.
After seeing Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train, and seeing the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie.
You have new expectations for movies now?
I have new expectations for anime movies, right? And the only time I kind of want like cookie cutter one-off shit is when I watch like stuff that is its own thing, like the girl who lived through time, or Bubble, yeah, or yeah, Little Mermaid. But when you watch shit like that, right? Like, when we go and watch stuff like that, like I'm cool with the cookie cutter one-off story there because I don't know what's gonna happen.
I
don't know who's gonna die. I don't know who's gonna live, et cetera, et cetera. When I watch this My Hero movie, I'm not worried for Deku at all. I'm not worried that Deku's like on his fucking last leg.
That's absolutely true because like he got fucking pierced like 40 times. But I was like, I know what's about to happen. Like he's gonna find a way to beat this.
Yeah, there's no way. And the same thing with Bakugo when he's fighting the two scissor kids or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, Bakugo's getting fucked up, but I know he's gonna make his way out of it. Right? Like
that is true. That is true. You do have to. I don't know. I think they just gotta start. They gotta start making them canon. So that way, if something does.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Something could happen where I'm like, oh shit, that dude's actually dead now. Because like you said, like I knew for a fact no one was gonna die in that movie of importance.
Yeah.
Like the fucking bomb wasn't going off, dog.
Oh no, there was no way the bombs were going off.
The bomb wasn't going off.
There's no way the bombs were going off. And I knew it was kind of cookie cutter and boring because I fell asleep. Like I had to wake back up to finish the back half of it.
Yeah.
Even then I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because that's definitely one of the reasons. That's the reason why they gave a 9 or a 10. But so that's why, honestly, if I'm looking back at it, probably a 6 might be better. That's kind of why I gave it. That's why I gave it an 8. I didn't want to give it because it wasn't bad, but it didn't add anything new. It didn't put on no stakes were really given there at all.
Yeah.
The reason why I gave it such high remarks though is because the last 2 fights with Bakugo versus the Serpenters and then Deku versus Old Duke. I mean, the fight scenes there were really good.
No, the sequences are really good.
I did not like how they hoed my man Todoroki. They gave him a half-ass fight with that dude.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
That shit pissed me off because I was like, he could have did so. You gave fucking Bakugo versus Serpenters a solid almost 30 minutes.
Yeah,
probably like 15 if we're being honest. You cut it out probably about 15. Gave Deku about 15. Gave him like maybe 5. And Flash Fire Fist was cool, but I wanted to see a little bit more.
But at the same time, I guess you could say the same thing with the other two too, because I was like, at the same time, what can Todoroki do that's really like so different? Again, it goes back to the there's no stakes in these movies, right? Yeah, so they can't have these crazy ass power ups.
Yeah.
Or crazy ass. Well, shit. No, maybe they can because they did it in the second one.
They did it in the second one. That second movie was actually really good. I'd say that second movie.
I really did not like the song they picked. I really wish they would have picked the.
I didn't have a problem with the song.
You say "Run, Bro." I just there's a better song they could have picked there.
No, that's not incorrect.
And they did the same thing with Overhaul versus Deku too.
Yeah.
When like he's going to do the punch and she's just.
Yeah, I still enjoy it.
Don't get me wrong, the song is beautiful. I love the song.
It kind of grew on me.
I fuck with the song, bro. I fuck with the song heavy.
It's definitely growing on me. Because at first I was with you, I was like, yeah, they definitely could have used like a more hype song. It definitely would have been able to get the crowd hype a little bit more. Yeah. But like after watching like 4, because I've watched the second movie so many times since then.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that final fight scene.
That final fight is dope.
That final fight
where they're like working with each other, like throwing it back and forth and everything.
Todoroki on the working to fight the wolf. That entire last fucking fight between all of them, that's easily my favorite My Hero movie. And after watching like 4 times, I was like, the song choice isn't that bad. Yeah. At first, I was definitely like, it definitely could have been better. But like after a while, after a while, I'm like, I like
and even then, like, and I'll never forget going to see that movie in the theaters with you, and like I was watching it, and at the end when he gets the power up or whatever, or he gives him the power up and everything, and then like it goes to the part where everybody's okay, the story's over and everything, and Deku's like goodbye all for or one for all, and then he wakes up and he's like, oh, I guess everything's okay. I guess you didn't actually lose it. I guess they decided to let you keep it. I was like, all right, dude. Okay, dude.
I mean, but you knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
that's a scenario where you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. But no, but I need my anime movies to have more. My my main show anime movies to have more stakes. You know,
I need more stakes.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put a movie in between seasons, I need more stakes.
Which is why I'm nervous about this.
One Piece.
Not One Piece. I'm nervous about the new. Well, not really nervous. I guess. Well, I guess that's kind of different. I would say I'm interested. I guess I'm interested about the Sword Art Online movie, the progressive one. Mm-hmm. It's called Sword Art Online Progressive, and it's supposed to tell Asuno's side of the story when she was in Sword Art, the parts that we didn't see her for, which I think is interesting. I think it's gonna be cool. Sword Art always. I'm always down to go back to the Sword Art world. I fucking dude.
I love
Sword Art so much.
Shit.
Yeah,
dude, that's such a good series.
But
it's a really good series. It's just season in comparison. Season 2 is not as good, or second half of season 1 is not as good as season.
What did you guys think of the second half of season 1 of Sword Art? Let us know downstairs in the comment section below. Of course, you catch us over on YouTube, youtube.com/regulargamingguys_. That's where you're at right now. Or you're on Twitch, twitch.tv/regulargamingguys_. We'll be back next week, next Tuesday. We're doing episode 22, 23, and 24. Wrapping up the Vinland Saga, getting ready for season 2. And then we're gonna have to pick out. We're gonna have to pick out what we do next. But to find out what we're going to do next, you got to tune in next time. But until next time, I'll catch y'all later.
Deuces.